everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Elizabeth, but I just go by Beth. And today we are doing something a little bit different because one, my cat destroyed my webcam. So I'm waiting for either a new one to come in, or I am trying to figure out why I can't get my webcam and my gameplay video to show up at the same damn time. Because it's either one or the other, it can't be both. So I'm experiencing some technical difficulties there, so you just have the pleasure of hearing my voice. With that being said, I am a huge fan of mythology, whether it's like Greek mythology, if it's like in-game mythology, so like Dragon Age has the Evanuris and the old gods, and then in Elder Scrolls you have the Daedric Princes, as well as the 9 or 8 divines, depending on who you sided with in Skyrim. Okay, so I decided I'm going to start with the Daedric Princes, and I'm doing this in alphabetical order, starting with the first one on the list, Azura, who you see pictured here. Now, Azura is... She's a very interesting one, and I'm just gonna read just this first little snippets from the UESP, so this is like a direct reading off of that site. I am taking no credit for that. So quote, Molag Bal wanted my mind, Boethia wanted my arms, and Nocturnal, perhaps, my curiosity. Azura wants all of that, and our love above all. Not our abject slavering, but our honest and genuine caring in all of its forms. It is important to her that our emotions be engaged in her worship, and our love must also be directed inward. If we love her and hate ourselves, she feels our pain. I will, for all time, have no other mistress. End quote. And that is from Sigilla Parati, from the Invocation of Azura. So, Azura of the Crimson Gate, also known as Queen of Dawn and Dusk, the Mother Soul, Moon Shadow, Mother of the Rose, Queen of the Night Sky, Twilight Queen, the Rim of all Holes, the Cosmic Severer, and called Azura by the Khajiit, is a Daedric prince whose sphere is dawn and dusk, the magic in between realms of twilight, as well as mystery and magic, fate and prophecy, and vanity and egotism. Azura is one of the few Daedra who maintains the appearance of being quote-unquote good by mortal standards, and reportedly feels more concern for the well-being of her mortal subjects than other Daedric princes. It is said that she wants their love above all else, and for her worshippers to love themselves. It pains her when they do not. This attitude leads to an extremely devoted following. She is also one of the few princes who constantly maintains a female image and is perceived accordingly. In Khajiit creation myths, Azura is credited with introducing moon sugar to Khajiit, and this belief is also told within tales aimed at Khajiit children. Okay, so Azura is the Daedric Prince of Dusk and Dawn. Her realm is Moonshadow, and her sphere is twilight, liminality, fate, prophecy, and mystery. So we're gonna just focus on the first sphere, being that of twilight, to figure out who her Dragon Age and Greek mythology parallel would be. So for her Dragon Age parallel, we have Dirthamin. So Dirthamin is the Keeper of Secrets. Now this is all being taken from the Dragon Age wiki because it was the only site that I could come across with any sort of Dragon Age lore. So he's a keeper of secrets, and I am going to go to the codex entry titled Dirthamin, Keeper of Secrets, and I will just read this little bit here. Dirthamin wandered aimlessly till he came across two ravens. You are lost, and soon you will fade. The raven named Fear said to Dirthamin, Your brother has abandoned you. He no longer loves you, said the other, named Deceit. I am not lost, and Falun has not abandoned me, replied Dirthamin. He subdued the ravens and bade them carry him to Falun. Okay, so some of his symbols are two ravens, a bear, and a varteral. Dirthamin himself is sometimes depicted as a cloaked, kneeling figure. Ancient glyphs scattered across the exalted plains revealed the location of the lost temple of Dirthamin. It is said that the context of Dragon Age lore that the god of twilight is associated with Dirthamin, the elven keeper of secrets. He is often linked to the twilight because the transition from light to darkness can bring both calm and fear, and Dirthamin is believed to guard against the terrors of the night. So Dirthamin is the keeper of secrets and knowledge. Dirthamin is the elven god of secrets and knowledge, and he imparted the gift of knowledge to the elves and taught them about loyalty and family faith. He is the twin brother of Falun, the elven god of death and fortune, who guides the deceased to the beyond. This connection to death and the afterlife aligns with the symbolic nature of twilight as a transition to night and the unknown. Dirthamin is the master of the raven, Fear, and Deceit. These birds are often associated with shadows and secrets, further strengthening his connection to twilight. And last but not least, we have our Greek mythology equivalent, and that is Hecate. So And this is coming from theoi.com, which is a very in-depth overview of all of the gods, the Titans, the Olympians, the bestiaries. There is a lot of information on this site. So we have Hecate here. So Hecate was the goddess of magic, witchcraft, the night, moon, ghosts, and necromancy. And this is all being read directly off of that site, just so you're aware. She was the only child of the Titans Perseus and Asteria, from whom she received her power over heaven, earth, and sea. Okay, so Hecate, goddess of the night. Hecate was a torch-bearing goddess of the night. She was accompanied by a train of ghosts, and her passing was marked by the baying of hounds. She was perhaps also a goddess of the moon, or else of moonless, starlit nights. So that is it for this first episode of this series. If you like what you are watching or hearing, feel free to leave a like, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.